hello, entertainment daily lovers. Welcome back. Come on in. Let's have this conversation. Yes, right from when Nancy, Korra Obidi's sister, posted about her surrogacy and all of that, people had a lot to say. First off, we're going to check our sound and we're going to get right into this. So we saw this so let's give it some days and we will get right into this conversation. Okay, so let me quickly check our sound and we will begin. All right, so sound is good. Welcome everyone. Let's share the post, and we are going to be reacting to the new series that Nancy is doing so far. Going to Nancy's channel, I see one, two, and I think about hold on, about three. So we're going to react to that. Please comment if you're just coming in, drop a comment. Okay, because this is something that people will learn from, and I think a whole lot of people are just dropping a lot of ignorant comments for Nancy, thinking that they are trolling Nancy. I just feel like anything that has to do with your biddies, people just have a lot to say. People like, oh, tell your sister to return that baby, and all of this nonsense. Meanwhile, so many other famous celebrities have actually used surrogacy and they've done this. And this same set of people, if you go and check all these other people like Kim Kardashian and the rest, you see them, you know, putting nice comment for them. Now it's the turn of one of the obidis. We start hearing a lot of negativity and whatnot. Please drop a comment. Please like the live stream if you're just coming in. Give the live stream a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. That help us. That's one way you support the content creator. You can like the video, subscribe, you can share, you can drop a super chat, super sticker, super thanks, join our channel membership. These are ways that you support the creator, and it helps us to bring more juicy and interesting content your way. Okay, so thank you all so very much. 11 persons here. I see 5 thumbs up. Please, if you're just coming in, you've not thumbs up the live stream, please do so. Give us a like, and let's get right into this conversation. We're going to be listening to Nancy, and we're going to, I think we're going to do it. She has it in 3 parts, so we'll probably do it in 2 parts. So like I said, I will try to keep the live streams as short as possible, so people that are coming in to watch the replay will not feel overwhelmed, and they'll be able to watch, react to it, and we'll get to the next. So I think we're going to react to 2 parts, and then the other part we will react to on a different live stream. So now we're going to get into that. Here, being distracted by family, so don't mind if I'm kind of, yeah, when you have the family, it's more difficult to create your videos and whatnot. So yeah, so damn no. Okay, so let's get into this. So like I said, 3-part video is what I see from Nancy's page, and we're going to react to this. And I feel the ridiculousness is just too much, the ridiculousness. Yes, you got it. Bravo. So I feel like the ridiculousness is just too much, because the fact that this woman decided, Caristo, that was my little one coming in also. Everybody will come into this place now as I started this live stream. Pardon me, okay? Pardon me. If you have a family, you know how it is, okay? Um, Back to the job at hand. When you're working from home, this is what it is. Okay, if you have your office, when you are at office, family is not there, but when you're working from home, this is what it is. So please understand. Okay, so I hope everybody is doing great today. I hope all of you are doing fantastically well. Happy weekend. Okay, it is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Let's go, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So let's get into the gist. Okay, gist. Okay, let me know if there's something else you want us to discuss. This is weekend, okay, so we can pull up and gist and just have fun. All right. So I feel like this is someone that has been open, and maybe this is one of the reason why some Nigerians are not even open with this IVF thing, surrogacy, IVF, surrogacy, and all this kind of stuff, because they know that people are going to condemn them. People are going to say a lot of things. This is somebody that went through surrogacy and did not come out and start screaming, "Oh, God did it, miracle, miracle! I was losing pregnant. All of a sudden, I got pregnant. All of a sudden, you know those kind of testimony that you'll be looking at the people with side eyes. Okay, God did it for you, but just tell the truth. You know how some people. No, Nancy did not pretend that she was pregnant at some point, did not pretend that this is something she did by herself or whatnot. The woman was open, and I feel like people should applaud this woman for even being transparent as she was, to say, okay, I went through surrogacy to get my third child because I was going through all of this. And people should, kind of look at it that, okay, good, because there are many people out there that are probably thinking of going through this surrogacy, IVF, or all other means that science has made available for us to use as women. That if you support people like Nancy that have actually come out, these other people will be encouraged to say, okay, you know, let me try this also. Nancy did it. Look at the positive comments. This other person did it. Look at the positive. Let me try that means also. Just discuss it with their partner, and before you know, they will try it. And that's good news for people. People getting pregnant and having children. You know, a woman complains. Sorry, not complains. Shares her story of how difficult it was for her after she had her two children, but they wanted a huge family. They wanted a big family. They didn't want to stop at two. They wanted to proceed having more kids. But no, these people feel like, oh, let's start bashing her and start putting her down. It does not make any form of sense. Okay, so we'll listen to Nancy, and we are going to react along as it goes. So this is the first part, and she titled it, and she titled it. No, give me a second. All right, so give me a second. My little one wanted to ask me a question. Okay, so now this video, she posted it 4 days ago, and she captioned it, "Our surrogacy journey part 1, Picker's diagnosis and how we ended up with secondary infertility." So this is a woman that is being open, willing to share her story, talking about secondary infertility. And if you've heard stories of some people, some women that have gone through this infertility thing strong, a lot of people don't even share. They keep their story, they keep their stories to themselves. Okay, you just see them with kids, and that's it. They don't tell you anything. You understand? You might just know that, oh, this person is married, this person don't have kids, or the gap between kids and stuff like that, but they're not going to tell you anything. So when somebody decides, I'm going to share my story, people should not be in a hurry to start dropping negative comments. If you feel like what the person is saying is actually pissing you off, and then just move on. Don't watch the person's video. Move on. That's an easy way to do it. Just keep it going. Welcome everyone. 12 people here, 7 thumbs up. Please give the live stream a thumbs up as you are coming in. Okay, so um let's continue with this. I'm just trying to see if the noise is around the house, if it's getting into my live stream. Y'all, please let me know if you can hear the song that is playing in the background, please. Okay, so we'll start from the part 1, where the video that Nancy titled "Our Surrogacy Journey," part 1, Foucault's diagnosis, and how we ended up with secondary infertility. Let's start with this video, and let's see what is that thing that Nancy said. What's that thing she did to deserve all these negative comments and negative talks, and dragging, bullying, and whatnot. So I'll play this video. I'm going to tell my story. Hold on. So she's saying she's going. I want to increase the volume so y'all can hear properly. Says she's going to tell her story in 3 parts. Because I don't want it to be too long. My emails are filled up. My DMs avalanche. So my daughter is. Hello, Marcia. 3 weeks old. I think I'm Beautiful daughter, beautiful. I love the photo that she put on screen where she said her daughter was 3 weeks old as at 4 days ago when she was doing this video. Marcia, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much. Marcia Walker Nelson said, "This is why I will forever love the Obidis." And okay, and the Umeh's family. There's nothing fake about them. What you see is what you get. Exactly. They're just living their life. They're not bothering nobody. Like in terms of like, oh, going to put their mouth in things that don't concern them, dragging other people, talking down on other people. I don't see Cora or Nancy doing that. Okay. I don't know if their other sister is also a content creator, but we don't see them doing that. So I don't understand whenever these people put out a video. When if you put out a video and somebody for example is trying to correct you, maybe you're doing something wrong, that's different. Somebody, and when you read that comment, you will know that the person is respectfully pointing out something to you or what. But in this particular case, there is even nothing to point out. Somebody is telling you, they want to tell you their story. Oh, first she welcomed a baby, right? She said she welcomed. She did not hide it. She didn't go into hiding for 9 months. Immediately her surrogate got pregnant. If some people, that's what they will do. Immediately their surrogate gets pregnant, they will go into hiding also, so they can come out and tell you that they were pregnant for 9 months. But she didn't do that. She was creating her content. Remember, she went to the UK. She went to the UK when she and Olivia were doing their content creating stuff and all. The lady was open, 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 open. We welcome the child via surrogate. She gave shout out to the surrogacy. This is some people won't even mention the name of the people they worked with, the company they worked with. She gave shout out to the surrogate company she worked with. She just did everything as open as free, and I believe one of the reasons that might have prompted her, because um Nancy is a nurse also, so when you're in this medical line, one thing is to help people. So Nancy feels like, okay, this is what I went through. Maybe somebody else out there will learn one or two things from my story, or my story will encourage someone that has been discouraged to make this move. So I don't even understand where their negativity is coming from. I don't. That's why I want us to listen to this together and somebody make it make sense. What is the thing this woman said in these videos that she did, this series that she's done, that is warranting people to come with all this their negativity and BS, and you all sound silly. Seriously. All of you doing this sounds silly. Let's continue. Now, so I can tell you guys my story now. It all started way before we even got married, when I discovered that I had PCOS. When I was in university, I would stay for like 6 months without seeing my periods. And I thought, okay, maybe it's because I'm very skinny. I was a nurse. So I knew about PCOS, but I didn't take it seriously. It was until I saw my ovaries in an ultrasound. That was when it dawned on me that, wow. And this is something that is very common, because it's very common. Like, we know one or two people that are going through this same situation where they don't always menstruate every month, they don't see their period every month, and not everybody comes out to talk about this. So some people might be feeling like they are actually alone, but until you get to know how many people are going through PCOS, then you realize that it's not even something that you should feel bad about if it's happening to you. Do you get? But Nancy is sharing her story, man. Like, y'all take several seats, man. This thing is just pissing me off. Nancy, look at your ovaries. this is a lot of eggs. How are you gonna cook? I knew I was gonna have to put in some more, some effort to bear children, but I did not realize that God was blessed us so effortlessly, because when we got married, I decided, before we got married, I was in the UK. I decided to get my life right. I was eating, I was exercising, I was eating clean, I was taking my supplements. You guys, my period became regular in the UK. Before I came back to Nigeria, I was seeing my period every 28 days on the clock. So, and I was ovulating. I was ovulating at the time, like, oh my God, PCS has got nothing of me. Yes, let's go. Got married, November ended. By December ending, I was pregnant. Yeah, I was pregnant by December ending because my daughter was born in September, early September. First of all, something else I noticed is how free Welcome, welcome, Joanne. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us today. That's a good morning there. What are these people? I don't know. Some people just have problem in their lives. Like everything, it's an issue for them. Somebody decides to share their story. That's a problem. Like I don't understand. Make it make sense. It just doesn't make any sense at all. One thing I also noticed about Nancy is how free, how comfortable she is sharing her story. Maybe some people they'll be feeling somehow, knowing that judgment will come, people will criticize, people will do the most, act like their own life is perfect and whatnot. But she's just so comfortable sharing her story, but yet the haters are pulling up even
So
before she
yeah,
shared her story.
that's how fertile I was. My daughter was not even up to 5 months old when I took it again. Yes. And this time around, I took it with twins.
Wow.
Unassisted, no IVF, no IUI. I took it again, this time around with twins. I was already coping with my daughter who was 5 months breastfeeding.
Wow.
When I did find my period, I was like, I can't.
Didn't even know Nancy. Wow. You see why it's good for people to share their story so you know why somebody that was just getting pregnant, bang, 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 just like that, just like that. When if people don't tell you their story, you would not know. But after even hearing this story, some people are still dropping silly comments. It is unbelievable.
See, I checked, I was pregnant. By the time it was 3 months and I discovered that it was twins, I was already thinking of, oh my God, how am I going to cope? Like, that pregnancy was so traumatic that I told myself, Guy, I have to do family planning after this pregnancy. It was when I was in the US, my daughter was asking me, how far, what do you want to do? I said, just do anything. I cannot afford to get pregnant again because I might just lose it. So we were, going through options, and I wanted something that wouldn't take too long because I wanted our son to be like one,
Beautiful
2 years
kids.
before we started trying again. So I opted for the implants, for implanol. I put the implanol in, and one thing I noticed was that I was bleeding consistently for 3 months, back to back, every.
So as Nancy is talking, she's actually putting photos on screen. Like here it said, research get back to back, everything they said, heavy bleeding, painful falling hair, severe headache, body pain, back pain, weight gain, weight loss, reaction like rashes, no sex drive, nausea and vomiting, dizziness, what's that? Fades, abdominal pain. She's just put, which is like side effects, sorry, for implanon experience. So she's telling the story. She's putting photographs and things for you to see, visualize and whatnot. What are people's problem, man? Why still dragging this innocent woman? Like, what did she do?
Non-stop for 3 whole months. I had never bled that long. I mean, I had periods. Sometimes I would have like long periods where I won't see my period and then boom, I'll see my period for a long time. For 3 months, that's when I knew something was wrong with that implant. So coupled with the fact that I was getting really, really, really depressed, I was feeling so bad. I was having mood swings, very bad mood swings. My husband said, please, oh, whatever it is you put in your arm, you need to go take it out because you're acting kind of weird. And I knew it, when you know that you were acting weird, but you cannot even help it. That's what happened to me, guys. So eventually, after like a year of suffering, I took it out. Lo and behold, I started looking for my periods. I did not find it. I was like, period, where are you? Period. Period is like, I'm gone. I'm over.
Welcome, everyone. 19 persons here. I see 7 thumbs up. Please give the live stream a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, thank you so very much as you give us the thumbs up. Like the live stream, share the live stream, join the conversation. This is really an interesting conversation, educative one. Okay, we're talking about Nancy. She just had her baby, via surrogacy, and people are screaming on top of their lungs that she should return that child because the child is not hers, how wicked she is, how wicked their family they can be. She and her sister, they're so wicked, they're so selfish. That's Nancy and Korra Obidi. The Obidis are this, the Obidis are that. Some of the things, in fact, if we go fish out this comment, in fact, I think in the second part and the third part of Nancy's series, Nancy was even posting some of the comments as she's talking right now, talking about her PCOS and whatnot. She's putting photos the same way when she continued talking about when people started dragging and everything. She was posting comments also, and some of those comments, it's unbelievable. You cannot believe how wicked human beings can be. Somebody is struggling to get pregnant. The person finally found a means, and you still come out and start insulting the person. It is horrible. It is horrible, I'm telling you. Hello, hello, Oyoyo's World. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's our barrister in the building. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us today. So please keep the thumbs up coming. Keep your comments flowing. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Okay, this is something people can learn from. I just don't understand why people feel the need to always put their mouth when a woman is doing something. You don't know what the woman is going through. You don't know what that person has been battling in the person's personal life before the person made the decision the person made. Immediately you just see something on social media, you jump in with your negativity. Sometimes you just have to keep your negativity to yourself. This is what I just want to tell people. Keep your negativity to yourself. Nobody is asking you anything. If you're scrolling, Facebook have billions of people creating content, billions of people consuming content. Find the one that suits you and move ahead. You don't have to watch Nancy's videos. You don't have to watch Cora's videos. You will see 10 billion other people that are creating content. If you don't watch that of Nancy or this thing, you don't even have to look far. In that same country, the same state you're in, there are several content creators you can find and you can relate to their content. Do not go to somebody's comment section and be dropping silly comments when you know that you don't have a clue about what's going on with the person. You don't have an idea about what the person is discussing, because I don't even understand how this woman came out, said, I welcome the child via surrogacy. You started screaming, it is not your child. Now your own picking. If the child is not a child, is the child yours? Make it make sense. Some people don't have sense and they are the loudest. That's why they said empty barrels make the loudest noise. You just scream on top of your voice. What is that for? What is that for? Do you think if she could do it the way she did the first and the second, she wouldn't do it? There's always a story. There's always a story behind every action. So if either you close your mouth, you move on, or you wait. If the person is willing to share, the person will share. The person doesn't want to, think in your head and know that before that person made that decision, something must have happened. So I don't get it. Oyeswa said, don't mind those silly people. It is really annoying to see that that woman went through all of what she's gone through, decided, she decided not to be secretive about the process and everything she did so it could help somebody else. And this set of people, immediately she said surrogacy. Immediately they heard the word surrogate. Oh, you were not pregnant. Oh, return the baby. Oh, you were not this. Some of these ones too, some of them that pretend they think they are from the families they're from, some of them they pick them from the road. But in those days, all these things are like secret. They don't tell people, even people that adopt, they will not tell them. So some of them that are screaming on top of their voice, the people they are calling parents are not even biologically their own parents, and they don't even know. But they are out here on social media screaming and insulting other people.
Guys, it shocked me because 6 months after I took out my implant, no periods.
Oh boy.
Whatsoever.
You see?
I said, you know what? I'm going to do what I used to do before I got married. I'm going to start eating right. I'm going to start sleeping right.
Yeah.
I'm going to start my exercise. Yo, what's up with my supplements? I found out I gathered all my supplements, started taking again. Lo and behold, after like 6 months, my periods started to come back. They were very consistent. They were 31 days, sometimes 40 days. But I was happy I was seeing them. All right. So I became very consistent. And then boom, they started coming back again. And I was so excited. I was like, okay, now it's time to try again for another baby. So we started timing the periods, started, having X during the time that I would be ovulating. But nothing was happening. They tried at least one whole year. After I took out my implant with no success whatsoever, we didn't get pregnant not once. So I knew that, okay, something was happening. It was right before the pandemic. I saw one of my friends, one of my doctor friends in Nigeria, Dr. Ogunkinle. We had worked together at the Bridge Clinic over a decade ago. So I was like, okay, I'm seeing all these other doctors now, but I want you to have a look. What's up with me? So I booked another round of tests, HSG, hysteroscopy. I did everything, guys. Everything was okay. There was absolutely nothing wrong. So he said, you know what? Let's try IUI. And then I was like, okay, IUI. So we did IUI, 2 cycles unmedicated. Then we tried again, I think 4 cycles with clomid, and I can't remember the other drug. We tried 1 more cycle with injections. That's IUI with injections. And no show, no pregnancy whatsoever. So on my own, I decided to try IUI. Sorry, not IUI. I decided to try like a targeted, medicated TTC in my bedroom with clomid, and we got pregnant. But we miscarried. The second time we got pregnant. However, I think it was a chemical.
You see, these are some of the reasons why you don't even have to start dragging some, like, you don't have to say a word, you don't have to say a thing. Do you understand? And to see that some of these people that are running their mouth saying the most are also women that should understand what the body goes through for a woman to be pregnant and then miscarry, and then, like, how mean are people? How mean are people? Anyways,
Pregnancy, because it was just after 2 weeks I bled again. So that's how the miscarriages started. All right. After the whole IUI saga, it was a pandemic, so we decided to try by ourselves. So we're trying. We were getting pregnant, and it was just coming down. Like, I was just like, what's going on? Okay, so I was like, okay, I need to be sure that an embryo is actually in there. So I decided to go for the big brother. So that's IVF. I went and called all my friends. I was like, yo, I want to start IVF. Let's see if this will work for us, because I know that with IVF, everything is medicated. It's a medicated pregnancy. You have a lot of progesterone.
so this woman is not only telling you that I miscarried once, she's telling people how many times, like, she's like, we were getting, not as if they were not getting pregnant, they were, but it just wasn't staying. That's why I said you just don't jump into conclusion by seeing 1 or 2 posts from somebody just posted, oh, congratulations to us, we welcome a baby. The next thing, negative comments are flying in. Why didn't you do it yourself? Oh, you're saving your body. Oh, you're doing this one. What is there to save in body? You get pregnant 9 months, you finish putting to bed after you finish breastfeeding everything. Determination, no matter how much weight you add, if you're determined, you can lose that weight and get yourself to where you want to get yourself to. So which one is people are saving body and just all manner of nonsense stuff that people had to say?
So I mean, that should help the embryo to stay put. I was like, okay, let's try this. Guys, I used 2 clinics. I'm not going to mention their names, but one thing I will tell you is that if you're trying to conceive in Nigeria and you walk into any clinic and anybody judges you based on your history, it is time for you to leave. Okay? If anybody judges you based on the fact that, for me, I have 2 children, I had 1 boy, 1 girl, so people will be like, what are you looking for in an IVF clinic? Excuse you. So I just didn't like that. Okay? The fact that
That does make sense.
people that have children already should not look for more children, or they have 1 child already, go and sit down, who have none at all, so you shouldn't be complaining. We had a goal for our family. We hoped to expand our family because we wanted more children. You see, the way I am with my siblings, I have 3 siblings. My husband also has 3 siblings. That is what we wanted for our children. A large family that they could fall back on. Because in life, it is so important. In fact, sometimes your success is mainly based on how much support you have as a family, right? Two clinics I went to, they just
First of all, as as an African, talking about, when Nancy's talking about big family, and she's mentioning her husband is from family of three, she's also, that's not a big family. I'm from a family of 10. Okay, so their family is not even big, and she's not asking for too much. I'm from a family of 10, 8 girls, straight up, two males. So when you talk about African families, it is all huge. Do you understand? All my cousins, aunties, and uncles, everybody have more than 6, 7 children. This one 8, the other one 9, the other one 10, the here 12. Like that. You understand? So if somebody chooses to have huge family, that is their business. Don't go and be counting people's children for them. As far as they've not come to ask you for food, ask you for money to go and help them feed their children, don't go and be counting nonsense. Nobody asks you. Keep your opinion to yourself. Your silly ass opinion, keep it to yourself. Nobody is asking. It's not relevant. If anybody thought you had brain or you had sense, they would have asked you, but nobody's asking you anything. So if Nancy decides she wants to have 5, 10 children, that is she and her husband Jeta's business. Not for you people to come and be asking, but you already have two. Why are you counting somebody else's children? Some people are just look now. I accidentally closed that thing now. People are just annoying me with their foolishness.
them. One of them, we had a somewhat successful cycle.
Please like
Ended
the
up with
live
a
stream,
marriage.
share.
And then I decided to, you know what, let me just go hang out with my friend. I contacted Dr. Ogunkinle, who we also did one of the IUI cycles with. And it was like, okay, come in, let's see what's going to happen. So we did. And that is when we started getting very serious with this, right? What we noticed was that my lining wouldn't get past 7 mm. You need your lining to be as thick as 8 mm to be able to implant, an embryo for it to actually be, carry viable pregnancy. But this was something that was missed in so many other clinics. But this time around, he did everything to get my lining to 8 mm, and he just didn't want to grow past 7 mm. I took Viagra. I took Viagra in one of my cycles to thicken my lining. That's how dedicated my doctor was to keeping my.
So at this point where Nancy is talking about, you could see her sitting in her room, giving herself shots on the thighs. This is a very deep conversation. This is very educative, very positive video, in my opinion, and the opinion of every reasonable person. Where is this nonsense judgment coming from?
I need thick enough for the embryos to come in. We had a fresh cycle that ended up with our embryos getting frozen. And then we came back to take those frozen embryos. But the cycle failed because my lining shed 2 days before my embryo transfer.
Uh-oh.
Right? That's when my doctor said, are you sure everything is okay? So the next cycle, he supported me with a lot of drugs, like I was taking Viagra, he did a lot of procedures, but he practically injected all sorts into my lining just to keep it thick for the embryo transfer. Eventually, it didn't shed, but that pregnancy was successful. That cycle was successful. And just when I was jubilating that, oh God, thank you, finally, we have a positive pregnancy and we have a thick enough lining to carry this pregnancy, boom, miscarriage.
The fact that people can listen to a story that is as touching, as sensitive as, forget the fact that Nancy is now talking about it because she's holding her baby now on her arms and she's talking about this. That does not remove the pain. The days she went to sleep crying, went to bed crying herself to sleep, soaking her pillows, not even just wetting her pillows, soaking her pillows with tears, the struggle that she and her husband they went through, and everything when this whole thing was happening to them. So the fact that people will have the audacity to come online and run their mouth, people God go punish plenty. If you just come in, you're welcome. Please give the live stream a thumbs up. Share.
Like, you know how many times You have hope and dreams that this will be your child. This will be
Yeah,
the pregnancy that will end up with your child, and then nothing
just like
happened.
that.
You had this hope and you have dreams that this will be the pregnancy that you will carry to term, and then boom, miscarriage. Anytime I was getting fat, getting slim, getting fat, getting slim, people would body shame me online, say, "Oh my God, you're getting so big." I was taking drugs back to back, back to back. I was on medication for more.
That's another thing that I don't know why people do it. Why do people feel the need to always comment on somebody's appearance? You comment on somebody's looks. You don't even know what's going on with the person. Oh, you're so skinny. Are you not eating? You're like you're gonna die. Oh, you're so fat. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so fat. You're so obese. What's going on? You need to lose some weight. You need to start going to the gym. Like people just open their mouth and just if you don't have anything positive to say, sometimes just say hello to someone. If the person is somebody you know and you really want to say something to the person, just say hello, how are you, how is family, how is work, and move. You don't have to always comment on people's look. Nobody made you a judge over the size that somebody should be. This one is too skinny, the other one is too fat, this one is too. It is none of your business. Like people just keep commenting, and most times these people are going through, either women or men, they are battling something. They are battling something. We've seen people that were laughed at. Now, this, for example, this Black Panther guy, the Chadwick. We saw how people were laughing and laughing and laughing, not knowing the guy was actually leaving this planet. And then when he passed, people like, oh, you would have told us. Oh, you would have. Not everybody wants to share their story. Not everybody wants to talk about. But one thing you need to know as a human being is there are so many things you could do with your time. There are so many things you could do with that mouth of yours. And every single damn time you open your mouth, if you know that what is coming out is negative or it is going to be, okay, then close that mouth of yours and just keep it going. You don't even have to speak all the time. Sometimes quietness is golden. Just be quiet, be silent. Silence is golden. Shut up and just move. If you're going to be uttering negative words from your mouth over somebody's body, oh, this person added so much, you don't know what that person is battling in private. And just because the person is not willing to tell you, you just say, you're adding weight. The person just smiles or laughs. Or you're getting skinny. The person smiles and laughs. You think that you've done something. It shows that you're a mumu. You don't have to. And most of these people, they don't even have that kind of relationship with this person. They just comment nonsense. Because people that are truly close to you, they just don't out you like that. They know how to ask you questions to get to where they will understand why the looks, what they see, the changes. And people that are genuinely concerned don't ask it the way the silly ones do ask. People need to, a lot of people are going to hell, man.
Medications. She made up for like 5 years, and all of them ended up in miscarriages. I knew I had messed up my lining. I wasn't sure where I went wrong. But the last pregnancy that we miscarried was the last straw for me. I told my doctor I can't do this anymore. And he was like, I think it's time for you to try gestational surrogate. At the time, we had 13 embryos left. Sorry, we currently have 13 embryos. We had 15 embryos left, and I was done. I was done trying. Right? So
It is
I'm gonna
draining.
come back for the part two, so you see what we did after my last miscarriage. All right? Peace, guys. To go through
So
most of my emails.
so I want to make sure I'm going over to the next part. So like I said, she's done three parts already, and we're 38 minutes into this. So we're going to cover part one and two on this particular live stream, and we'll cover her part three, right? On a different, yes, we will cover her part three on a different live stream because I don't want it to be too long, and I want people to be able to come on in and, watch and also catch up. But if it's too long, then it's more difficult. So now we just finished listening to the part one where she said our surrogacy journey, part one, PCOS diagnosis, and uh how we ended up with secondary infertility. I don't know how somebody sees this title, hear this woman telling this story, and they still continue with the nasty comments. Like some people just think that it is cool, it is sexy, it is hot. I'm savvy, I'm sassy, I'm this because I can drop all this annoying. You're foolish. Like you're not savvy. You're not savage, no nothing there. You're just an idiot. If you cannot have human sympathy, you cannot have empathy, you cannot use your brain, you cannot use what we call number six when somebody's going through something, and put yourself in that person's shoes. Try to understand the pain that that person must have gone through and be reasonable. It shows that you are an idiot, a very heartless person. So I don't know why you people drop silly comments, and then at the same time you still try to hype yourself thinking you've arrived. You've not arrived. You're just an oluku bonko. You understand? Okay, so I'll take you all to the second part of the Nancy's video, and the part two. She said, "Our surrogacy journey, part two. This is not your child." So this is where she started addressing, and she made sure she included this. This is not your child, because that's a lot of comments she got. People were saying it, even as just people that consume, those of us that consume content online. We watch Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere. In a lot of those comments, we all saw it. People were just commenting, posting about it. Nancy, how selfish can you be? How can a woman put to bed and you go take the child from? I'm like, yo, if you don't understand anything, can you just do a little bit of research, surrogacy, the process, and everything that goes in? How dare you? How dare you look at a mother and tell her that that's not her child? But people are like, oh, this woman is going to come out someday to take her child. Like, are you mad? Who told you that the child belongs to the surrogate mother? Yeah, let's get into the part two of this, and hear Nancy tell her story for herself. Let's go.
What will be the ones to carry? Like, what do you mean another person carry?
All right. So as Nancy's talking, she's screenshotting this thing, comments and dropping. There's a comment on screen here that says, "That's not your child." And when you look at the profile photo of this person that dropped this comment for her, you could see that it's a female. The profile photo shows that this person is a female. You know, I don't understand what these people think. I really don't understand what these people think. And there are even people that are willing to donate their eggs, or sell it. Like they would sell it if you are not able to, so you can have your own kids. There are people that they know, like, people just open their mouth and say nonsense. But in this case, Nancy is telling you it is her egg. Even in the part one, she mentioned that she still has 15 left. So what part of the grammar these people didn't understand, I don't know.
Your child. What does that mean? Come on. I almost died in my my second pregnancy, but I was willing to try.
This one said, you guys should keep on deviating from God's original plan. If you can carry pregnancy, go and uh if you can carry pregnancy, go and adopt. Maybe this person is saying, I don't know what this particular comment, the point this person was trying to make. But what does this person mean by they're trying to deviate from God's plan? Are you God? Did you go to hold a meeting with God for you to know what? Now what?
That's the stubbornness. That's the pride that will lead to our downfall. Yes, I said it. I said I almost died in my second pregnancy. So people were asking me, so what happened to my son's twin? I had to go through therapy to stop talking about that.
That somebody is telling you the person lost several pregnancies. Do you know what goes on? And I feel like because people don't really tell their stories, or a lot of people don't tell their stories in detail because of how difficult it is. Some people don't get to understand. Do you know the steps that follows? Or you people just think when somebody say, "Oh, I lost the pregnancy," and that's it, and that it just ends there, you move on to the next and everything is okay. Do you know what follows after that? The process, the things that you need to do and everything. Like, sometimes people should have sense. People should just try and have sense at the end of the day. So she not only lost a lot of pregnancies, but the pregnancy that she had her son, that she said she had twins. So it means one survived, the other didn't. And that's something that that any mother that's ever lost a child like that, they hardly talk about it. They hardly would speak about it. She posted another comment on screen as she's talking here. This one said, technology is gradually eliminating really essence of family. I think this person wanted to say real essence of family. This is how some people's brain works. That technology is beginning to eliminate real essence of family. So what? A child that is gotten from IVF or surrogacy, that's not a child. That one is I beg rest. This other one said, another comment she posted on screen says, said hope later, after some years, they won't make the child feel different from the rest because she would definitely find out she was a surrogate baby. What kind of talk is that? What kind of talk is that one? Their baby is their baby, their child is their child. What is make the child feel different? You don't have to project. This is projected. Like that's what you are thinking. It doesn't mean that's what Nancy and Jetta is going to do. That does not mean that's what every surrogate mom is going to do. That they look at one of the child, the one that is the one they birth, their surrogate. They look at that one differently and they treat that one differently from how they treat the ones that. Come on, man, y'all.
Every
Chill.
time I would talk about my second pregnancy, I would break down in tears. I would cry so badly that
People don't
they would,
understand.
my husband would have to tell me, yeah, you need to stop talking. So I've agreed that, okay, the intricate details of what happened in that pregnancy, I'm just going to keep it in the past. But you can imagine me coming out of that. I was determined to do it right the third time. I was determined to take that risk again. And if I had not gone through several miscarriages, I would have taken the risk again. You guys, that pride is the reason I'm doing this video. Because parenthood has several pathways. You would think that education is going to expose us to knowing that, okay, so this is what technology has afforded us, and this is what we can now do. But even educated people like us, hey, that pride is still a stumbling block. When my doctor said, Nancy, you need to start thinking about a surrogate. If you're really serious about this third child, your miscarriages are getting too frequent, think about a surrogate and let me know. He gave me a couple of contacts, a couple of agencies, and I started doing my research. Told my husband, because I went to the hospital alone that day. I told my husband, how far? What do you think about another person carrying the child? He just said, hey, so we can just rest. We already have these embryos. We have all these embryos. Listen, the first clinic I used, I did not freeze my embryos. I gave up because of the extremely bad experience I had. Second clinic, I didn't freeze them.
Welcome everyone. If you're just coming in, please give the live stream a thumbs up. A thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. That will help. That will help. Okay, like, that's a way to support. Subscribe, that's a way to support. Share, that's a way to support. And also you can join our channel membership. That's a way to support the creator. Or you can send us super chat, super sticker, super thanks. All of those are ways to support the content creator so we can bring more content your way. Thank you so very much for joining us. Join us on this educative reaction video we're doing tonight, and let's proceed.
Because I was somehow led to believe that it was the quality of my embryos that led to my miscarriage. When you have PCOS, you know that egg collection is 50-50. When you do an IVF cycle, the quality of your eggs is just so dependent on how experienced your doctor is to put you on the protocol that will give you the best eggs. I had plenty at a time. In one stimulation, I can have at least 40 something eggs. But the quality of the embryos, after they would do the ICSI is when you take the husband's sperm and then you inject it into the egg. The next day they'll be telling me like, oh, you have only 10 fertilized. They'll be like, out of 40 something eggs. So that's why having a very experienced physician handle your cycle is very important. When he told me about surrogacy, it felt like a release. It felt like for the first time in my life, I felt like, so there is help. There is hope. I mean, my babies are there. I just need someone willing. I don't know what is itching me here. I just need someone to carry them for us. And so when that option came, I swear to God, I was the happiest human being in the world. I started doing my research. I started reading and reading and reading about surrogacy to the point that my feed on Instagram, my feed on TikTok had surrogacy back to back to back to back. I said,
this is someone that has done her research. Okay, she did her research, she did everything. The fact that people just think that some people are silly just because they are the type that they will not even bother to do proper investigation before they do anything, it's just beyond me.
Reading about surrogacy in other countries, I started exploring options just to see, what is happening in other countries, how legal is this. The legalities are actually very straightforward if you want to do your research. So that's why it pains me sometimes when I see some comments online, comments like, "Oh, that's not your child." Even educated people, yes, even educated people are saying that. There's so many pathways.
Ignorant people.
I mean, at some point, I was open to adoption because I'm really serious about my big family. You guys don't know me. You don't know that if I want to achieve something, I would do everything in my power to achieve it. Our hospital referred two agencies to us, and we looked them up. We actually visited a couple, and it was just not clear enough to me. And then one day I was scrolling on Instagram. I found this page, Meet Surrogate Mother. And my jaw was on the floor because she was showing real life birth.
You see how she's giving shout out to the people that she worked with. She even screenshot their Instagram, their verified Instagram, and she posted it. And she's talking. Do you know who's going through similar situation like Nancy, that is too embarrassed to come out to start asking questions and whatnot? But following and listening to Nancy's story, the person already has enough to start with, and this person doesn't need to come out on social media to come and be asking questions. So what is the reason for people dragging Nancy
from her surrogate? And my mind was blown. It was then I put like a process to surrogacy. I quickly slid into her DM and I booked a consultation. You guys, I'll tell you, the way she received me was like she knew. It's like she already knew what was going on in my life. I mean, I used to share then a lot about our IVF cycles, and I used to share my stories. The people that are my stories, the people, my OGs, that would have miscarriages. I'll say, "Hey, wow, no picking this month," or like she knew. And she was so not judgmental in any way. She embraced us. She was like, "Welcome." Even though they offer the entire process, like end to end, she acknowledged the fact that we already had our embryos. And she was like, "I'm willing to work with you, with your clinic, with your embryos. I'm willing to work with you anywhere your embryos are. I can get them here. And like, even if your embryos are abroad, we will go and pick your embryos and bring them here and find you the perfect surrogate to carry your babies."
Wow.
That to me was music to my ears. I mean, at that point, I felt so relieved. It felt like we were one step closer to achieving our goals. And so we had a bunch of paperwork to go through because doing surrogacy in Nigeria, I will tell you, is the most straightforward thing you would ever think of. The legalities are very you will sign and sign and sign and sign.
You have to.
However, you know that you are in safe hands because Nigeria is, will I say, one of the easiest places to do this. Okay, the people who are helping you are already mothers. Before you can become a surrogate mother in this agency.
First of all, may God bless this particular agency that Nancy worked with, because she had all good words for these people. So imagine a mother that has already gone through a lot, meeting people that know that they need to be professional at all times. It's amazing. Talking about how welcoming these people were. The woman actually, you know what, she's showing video as she's talking right now. Nancy is showing a video. So if you want to see, you have to go to Nancy's Facebook, okay? The lady needs to cash out. So please, you want to watch these things that we're discussing here, go to Nancy Umeh's Facebook. You will see the videos. You know, you see them, and the lady, you know, in lady's office. Like, I'm really happy for Nancy and Cheta, and may God continue to bless them and also bless this woman that they worked with. And for other people that would want to go through this process, don't bother about what anybody have to say, because you see this world. If you like pretend that you are an angel, you're without sin. There are people that still will not like you. Do you understand? There are people that just see you from your looks, they don't like you. There are people that don't like you because of your skin color. There are people who don't like you because of your hair texture. There are people who don't like you because of the shape of your nose. There are people that don't like you because of your accent. So there is always something that does not make sense that will make people to want to criticize you and judge you and do the most. So live your life. Do you? Do you get? Do you, boo? Don't let anybody tell you nothing. That's what I want people like. When I saw this, I'm like, I'll just give it a bit and we will come and we will do a reaction out of this Nancy series. I don't know how many more series she's going to do, but so far she's done 3 parts and we're 55 minutes into this. So if we can do 1 hour with this part 1 and part 2, that's fine. We can come back for part 3. I don't want it to be too long, so I will try my best to keep them as short as possible. At most, if it's too long, an hour, and that will be it. But seriously, people just need to learn to be nice and be less judgmental. You
You
know.
have to have had your own children. You have to have given birth to life children. You have to be willing to help your family. You have to have that heart to help. You have to be willing to take care of yourself. There's a lot that goes in behind the scenes to be able to birth a healthy child into this world. And so that was my main concern, because I know how I take care of myself when I'm pregnant. And I was like, would anybody be taking care of themselves, when they're carrying my child? I mean, I don't want anybody to have malaria or no infection. But this agency will put your mind at rest. I honestly felt like, God, you have finally answered my prayers. That's how I felt when I met
It's
this woman.
amazing.
Mrs. Olaronke is an angel. And I told her that if this works, I said, even if it doesn't work, but if this works, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do a video. She's like, oh my gosh, nobody has ever prophesied their own surrogacy. I said, there is no point. A lot of people lie. They wear kaftan and they act like, oh, they're pregnant. And after 9 months, they say, oh my God, I just had a baby. What's the point?
Because
You
so
know that a
people,
fellow woman like you.
Nancy, you don't even have to blame these people, because look at what you that decided to publicize your story, talk about yours. Look at the kind of comments. Immediately you said, I welcome a child, their surrogacy. Or they just called us and said our surrogacy is in labor, or we're rushing out. Look at the negative comments. Not everybody have tough skin. You've been creating content, you've been battling all this negativity. Or is it when people came for your sister Korra, you stood your ground, you stood by your sister, defended your sister. That brought a lot of hate, judgment to your side, but you still did not quit. You kept on supporting your sister, standing by your sister. So you've already developed or built this thick skin that you now understand, and you're a content creator. Some of these people are not content creators, so they wouldn't even be able to stand it if they mistakenly would post something like that on their normal Facebook, and they will not be able to stand it. So one can actually understand why some people will hide it and keep it a secret.
Helped you to have that child, and you want to hide it. There's no need to hide it. The world has to know that there are angels around us. There are angels amongst us. I believe this is something that we should celebrate. The way we celebrate people that help people, that donate eggs, that donate sperm, people are donating their womb to help families. Healthy women that have birthed life children into this world are helping families. And I am a recipient of that help. We are recipients. My family is a recipient of that help. And I don't take it for granted. That's why it was so easy for me to come online to say, yeah,
It's really Are you singing? I can't sing that song because it's not my song. All right. All right, so sorry, my little one just came. It and that's that. Some people might not want to come out and share their story just because you know people like these negative people that will come out and start judging. Why didn't you go and get pregnant? Why didn't you carry your own child? Why don't you this? Why didn't you this? Why don't you that? That's why some people just lie about it and they pretend that they were. Until when the surrogate put to bed, they go and go. So it is a lot. It is
This
a
is why
lot.
I did it. This is how it happened. Because honestly, the process was similar. I went there with my children. I told my children, this is what we are going to do. I told my children we are going to get a baby. And they told me where. I said we have babies in the lab. And the babies in the lab, we're going to put them into another angel who's going to carry your baby brother or sister. And they were like, wow. They followed us to the clinic.
You see? She carried
And
even her little children
I
along.
just, the whole process was so magical for my family. Honestly, it was extremely magical. Our session has turned to a breastfeeding session, but she's with me all the time because I'm really serious. I don't give up on my dreams, okay? I told them I was going to breastfeed. In the next part, I'm going to answer all the questions that you may have. And, I've seen a lot of your emails. You have questions for.
Oh, that's network. Okay, so now she's breastfeeding and she's talking about the part three that she already released, which, okay, makes sense now why she was, answering, responding to people's
Nancy,
messages,
how are you able to
you know.
breastfeed? What's going on? How did you do this? How did you do it? I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you why you need to believe that there shall be no barren in the land. I'm going to try and change your perception about this. And there's no need to give up. Not everybody will be privileged. Not everybody will have the money
Please
to
give a
go
thumbs up. Give a thumbs up.
to go this far. However, you cannot afford to keep your mouth shut. You cannot afford to keep it to yourself or start going from place to place.
Network again. Now, network, please allow me to finish this live stream. So I just want to ask people, what is the thing that made people to start dragging Nancy, that they still continue with all this their negativity? We've seen two parts of this and this thing. The other part, like I said, we would come and see her responding to people's emails and questions, because that would be the next thing now that you start seeing.
That there is no solution there. You need to
You know,
open up your mouth to the professionals that are a predicament. I have a friend who spoke about it. Her friends rallied round. They organized a fundraising,
you
and
see?
she did her IVF. And that IVF today, she and her husband have twins.
Wow.
From IVF that she did from a fundraising that her friends organized, because she didn't keep it to herself. There's no need dying in silence. Nobody's better than you because they have children. You have enough love to give your children. That's what parenting is about. So many people are giving birth to their children and throwing them on the street. They're not taking care of them. Or you, God knows why. God knows why you have this, why you are experiencing this situation. And I want to let you know that there is hope. There is hope. In the third video, I'm going to answer all the questions, including how I'm able to breastfeed.
Okay, so you've heard it from Nancy. In the other part of the video, we will be listening to Nancy answering questions, because now the next thing, now people are like, yeah, now you got help when you needed help. You've done this thing. Now people are asking you questions, you will not answer. People will not realize that she's a new mom and she will be busy with her newborn, breastfeeding and everything else. But some people that cannot be patient and everything is negativity, negativity, they will already start judging and running their mouth. But she already dropped the third part of the video. I don't know if she was able to answer all the questions that were asked. I doubt. I believe she would just pick the relevant ones or the ones that she feels is more urgent, that are people that she thinks are really serious, that are looking to go through the process, and she'll be responding to those comments. So we are going to, because it's already an hour here, we are going to get into the other part in a different live stream. Let me just go and get some stuff, but I will schedule and we will be back to continue this Nancy's this series. I don't know if just part three will be it, or she's going to be dropping four, five, six. Depends. If she does, we will follow and react to all of them, because the negativity is just too much, and the woman does not deserve it at all. At all. She decided to share her story, share what she's been through. People should learn to mind their business, because this is her life and this is her baby, this is her child. Nobody is coming anywhere to come and claim anything or whatnot. So people should just take several sit. John said, um, so they are bitter and jealous. They should know that Nancy could afford to take care of her baby. Exactly. Like, I don't even know why people feel like she's going to treat this surrogacy, this baby that she got via surrogacy, in a different way than the way she's going to treat the other two that she carried, by herself. And people should know when they are projecting, know when you're just saying what you would do and you're trying to project it on somebody else. The person has not told you or hinted that that's what the person is going to do. And so far, the person has not treated the child in a way where you say, okay, the same thing that people do to the sister. People talk about how, oh, Korra prefers this child to the other child. She treats this one better than the other one. You people just talk too much. You just project your own thinking and the way you treat your own children, and you try to project it on somebody else. Nobody is like you. You're not like anybody else. So people should just stay in their lane and mind their business. That being said, I want to say thank you also very much for joining me. This is our first part. We will call this part one. Okay, but we reacted to part one and two of Nancy's video, and she has up to part three. So we're going to jump into another live stream, and just subscribe, turn on notification on the channel. So once I schedule that live stream, you will see it and you're able to click on notification. When you see the live stream, you'll be able to ask, if you want to be notified, you can click on that notification and YouTube will notify you when we are live. So this will continue, but I don't want to continue it on this particular live stream that we've already been here for an hour. So I will end this live stream and we will be back with the other part of what Nancy answering questions, how she was able to breastfeed even though she was not the one that was pregnant. People will know how far sciences have gone. When they say science have gone far, sometimes people just think it's a joke, but it's no joke. Okay, science is now the badass. Okay, so yeah, follow us and you will hear everything as Nancy is going to be breaking down the whole process and everything. So thank you all so very much, and I will see you all on the next one, probably, let's say, roughly an hour from now or so, but I will be back. Okay, you will see our schedule. I will try to schedule it now. Okay, schedule it now. Immediately I drop this live, I'll try to schedule it so we get back in. Thank you also very much. This is Entertainment Daily with OK, and I am your host, Octavia. All right, so look, subscribe if you have not done that, share, turn on notification, and join our channel membership. Okay, join our channel membership, because 2025, 2025 is already here. 2024 is coming to an end. All right. Today is 13th of December, 2024. 2025 will be doing a whole lot of, members only type of content also. And it's going to be really, really juicy. So you don't want to miss. Okay. As you see the live stream, you can just click membership, join membership. Very, very affordable. It's going to be juicy. And that's going to be a place where whatever we're discussing there is going to be just for channel members alone. So not everybody on the channel, just because you're subscribed to the channel does not mean you're going to see members only videos or members only live stream. And members are also able to come in and drop topics that we're going to be discussing. A whole lot comes with you being a channel member comes with a whole lot. Okay, so yes, please join our channel membership. Support, and let's take this channel to the next spot. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you all later when we're here to discuss the other part of this surrogacy saga and Nancy answering all the questions that are to be answered. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you all later. Bye for now. Okay. See